Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am speaking low because my baby girl is napping and it's now or never to film this video. This is a little bit amount of light that I have coming through my window. Again, the sun has not come out. We haven't seen it for like 2 days and it's extremely cold outside. So turn up your volume and let's get started. I'm gonna get my hair out of my way for this video because y'all know I can't do my makeup with my hair down. And for those of you wondering about the pin that I just used, yes, it is a Westman Atelier pin. It was a collaboration with Deborah Pagani. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it, but you can still get them on her website. They used to be available on the Westman Atelier website, but they no longer are there. I have prepped my skin with the Westman Atelier serum. This is the one with the little roller ball. You guys know I don't recommend this. Mine does not work. My roller ball does not roll properly. So I don't really know if I got a lemon or not because I don't really hear much people talking about this particular vessel. So if you got one of those and it works for you, please let me know. I'm gonna prep my skin with some of my Merit moisturizer because that serum is, I only need one pump. It is very moisturizing for me already. So honestly, one pump of moisturizer is just more than enough for me. I'm gonna go in today with the Westman Atelier foundation stick. For those of you who are unaware, I am the color Atelier 2. For those of you who use me for color reference, we are going to be talking about the new Petal colors that came out in her lipstick and her lip balm, the whole nine. The blush already exists, so I didn't pick that up because I actually still have a mini one from not 2024 but Christmas 2023 that I have intact, maybe used a couple of times, because you guys know I just finished panning an entire full-size Petal blush. So I'm just blending this foundation in with her brush. This is the foundation brush, for those of you who are wondering. Those of you who are new to my channel, in case you're wondering, the Westman Atelier brushes are amazing. I use them quite often. I have washed them. I've had them for about 2 or 3 years now, and I'm very pleased with them. Now going in with some of her concealer, I use L2. So a little bit goes a long way with this particular concealer. And I have a combination to oily skin. I'm just putting a dot. I have a couple of little acne scars here that we want to conceal, and my nose is a little bit red because it's just been so cold. I'm going in, this is one of her mini brushes, but I'm actually going in with a baby blender, and I'm just going to blend that in. I'm not a super big fan of this concealer. My combination to oily skin needs something way more mattifying. It creases. It doesn't matter if I set it, it still creases, and I'd rather not put anything under my eyes. But if you're using it to conceal, it does do a good job. It just, for me, I have tried it every way and I can't seem to get it to not crease under my eyes. it doesn't matter how little I apply. However, I do know a lot of people like this product, but I have found that it's mostly people with normal to very dry skin feel like it works well for them. Next up, we're gonna contour with her contour stick. This is in the color Biscuit. You guys, I'm almost done with this. Not to fret, I have a backup, a small mini backup of this. Again, came with a 2023 Christmas set, so this has lasted me quite a long time because a little bit goes a long way. I don't like to do any heavy kind of contouring. I'm using her blender brush to blend all this out. I do very light contouring, and this is contouring for those of you who are new to makeup because it's very difficult to mess this up. It's super easy to use. Next up, I'm going in with my Merit bronzing stick in the color Clay, and we're gonna bronze up the face a little bit. So again, with this, just a little bit, and I do apply a little bit more of this to try to blend in with the contour, because you guys know during the winter time we start to look a little pasty. Just using a Real Techniques brush to blend this in. Again, this is another goof proof product. Very difficult to mess up, blends very easily into the skin. This dries down into a natural finish. I wouldn't say matte, but it doesn't leave your skin dewy. It actually does dry down to a beautiful, like, natural finish. Next, we're going in with the Petal blush. So I'm gonna swatch this on the back of my hand here so you guys can see the color. And we're gonna apply this to the cheeks. I love this blush. I think it is like the perfect pinky with like the slightest of slightest cool purpley undertone. It, like, when I say a drop, like a drop of purple, this is not like a pink. This has a little bit of a cooler undertone. It's a cool tone pink, but it has a little purple in there, which I think makes it so appropriate for all year round, and this is why this is suitable for so many skin types. By the way, I'm using my BK Beauty 109 brush. Blends like a dream. Honestly, this dries down to a satin finish, lasts all day. The lasting power is there. So easy to blend, buildable. You can go as light or as dark as you want. And honestly, this is a mini, but these last forever. So I think this is one of the best executed products from the Westman Atelier line, is her blush sticks. Now, it goes without saying that I was extremely disappointed with this launch, for the simple reason that the lipstick is not the same color. So this is what just recently launched. This is just the typical lipstick packaging. Now, some of her lipsticks look like this. This is just a mini version, but some of them have gold tops. I'm not really sure why, but Petal has a matte vessel with a shiny black top. Now, let me just show you in comparison, because those of us who picked up this exact lipstick that launched as a limited edition product 2 years ago during a Bergdorf's spring edit set, brought this like limited edition Petal highlight, and as you can see, the whole vessel is shiny and the top is gold. This is a stunning color. This is like the perfect pink lavendery kind of highlight, which I think was perfect. I think this was executed perfectly, so much so this is my second one. I panned one of these already. I had to pick up another one last year. So we have all been patiently waiting for this color to come back out, and this is what it looked like. Just absolutely perfection. And I'm going to apply it on this side because we're gonna see the difference between these. Tap, 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 tap. This is what we wanted the Chanel lilac lipstick to look like. You see, it's just like barely there, but it's just beautiful. Let me show you what we got, because listen, it's not a bad product. It's a beautiful color. It's just not the same. And I think that's what we're all really upset about. Oh, my daughter just woke up, so if you hear her in the background, this is what we got. You guys see the difference? And I'm gonna swatch it right next to it. It's much more pigmented. It is less glossy, which I don't know if there's even been a change, if there's gonna be a change in this kind of formula, but you can see it side by side. This is less glossy than this one, and it's much more pigmented. Do you guys see the difference in pigmentation, even when I turn my hand like that? Don't get me wrong, the color is beautiful. I have no problem with the color if they would have changed it, named it something else. But you sold us this in several occasions last year, saying that this is the Petal, but this is what we got. You guys see the difference in the bullets? It's not the same. And a lot of people were super disappointed because had I known that this was not the same color, I would have waited. I wouldn't have purchased this right away. I wouldn't have gotten so excited about it, you know. Honestly, I probably wouldn't even have bought it. I probably would have waited for maybe March or April when the weather was a little warmer. But let me just show you what this looks like. So you can see it is very pink, but you see how much more pigmented it is, and it's less glossy. So I'm gonna tap it out like I did the other one. As you can see, my voice has gotten louder because my daughter's woken up. But that's like kind of like a barely there but there, you know. It's what we're used to. That's what we love about her lipsticks. I'm not mad about the level of pigmentation, but this is not the same color, and I'm super disappointed. And I wish that I knew somebody that I could talk to that has like backstock of these, because I want them all. I want them all. And like I said, honestly, it has nothing to do whether or not I think this color is beautiful. I think it's beautiful. I think they did a great job. This is what I wanted. This is what I liked. This is what was sold to us as being Petal. And we were all really excited for this particular color. It goes perfectly with that lilac trend that's going on. I think this was beautifully executed. Honestly, this could have been, they could have named this Petal Volume 2 and just given us this. That's not what we got. And I think if they would have been transparent about it, I wouldn't have been so disappointed, you know. But I still have hopes that this comes out, that this is somewhere in the future and they're just gonna rename it something else. That's where I'm at with it. Let's talk about the lip balm before we get into the lipstick, because that's a whole other story there. The lip balm is actually beautiful. Again, this is not a new to me product because this actually came in the Bergdorf Spring Edit set, and I'm going to link that video in the description box below in case you guys want to see that. That set no longer exists, but this was also a product that came in that set. So again, it's not a new product to me. I think this color is very well executed, very true to the Petal line. And yes, this is the exact same color we got in that edition from Bergdorf's. I'm not a makeup connoisseur. I don't know why the color was changed, why the formula is a little bit different. I'm sure at some point maybe the brand is gonna let us know, because this, you know, the Westman Atelier line tends to be pretty transparent, you know, when it comes to their products. So I'm sure at some point we may get an explanation about it, because I know I'm not the only one who's been commenting and mentioning that this is not the same product. This is not the same lipstick we all bought actually last year. Earlier last year, they did, they were giving them away free with a, I think it was like 75 plus. You had to spend like more than $75, I don't know, or $100, I don't know. But this is the lip balm. Beautiful, same consistency, same formula. It's great, wonderful, love it. Now let's talk about the lipstick. A lot of people, I've received a lot of comments. People have been very disappointed with the color, not because it is a bad color, just or that the color is not beautiful. It is because the pictures and the swatches online are very different from what you get. And that's understandable, but I am a Petal fan, and so I'm okay with the color. I'm fine with it. This is the vessel. For those of you who are not familiar with it, there is a mirror on the cap. It is refillable, so you just pop it out. It is magnetic. You do need the vessel in order to even turn this up, because you can't turn it without it. That's the bottom. I'm not going to get into the fact that we still don't have refills, because this is a sore subject for many of us on this channel, but I have faith that they're coming. However, the only thing I'm going to say is I would have held off on this color had I not gotten so many requests from you guys to actually buy it, swatch it for you guys. Reason being is because I have way too many of these vessels. And what am I gonna do with all these vessels once I pan all these lipsticks? Because you guys know I pan my lipsticks. I'm just gonna be stuck with a bunch of vessels that are exactly the same, and I'm not gonna buy any more lipsticks unless we get refills. So that's where I'm at with that. I'm gonna swatch the lipstick right next to the blush, because I want you to see how well they did this lipstick. It's practically the same. The lipstick is here, the blush is here. Now, you can use the blush on your lips. I do it all the time. You don't need to have the lipstick. If you have the blush and you put this on your lips, it's essentially the same. There is barely any difference. I think they did an amazing job executing this color. Now, a lot of people didn't like it because they said they washed them out. They were expecting something with a little more of a slightly, you know, that slightly purple, cooler undertone that Petal has, like the blush, which I completely agree. I was expecting that as well, because that's what the pictures online translate. But I'm gonna show you what this looks like on the lips. And for those of you who don't know, I have no artificial light. I'm actually filming in front of a window. These are very pigmented. And the lipsticks can also be used on the cheeks. But you can see how different this color looks like than the pictures online. I would have much more preferred for this to have a cooler undertone, just like the blush. And we're gonna put these bullets side to side. Very, very close, but definitely not the same. I think that the lipstick needed a little, like half a splash of some kind of purple in order to cool it down a little bit and have it be less pastel-y. I feel like it's a little pastel. And Petal has sort of like that. It's a pink color with a cool undertone. And this is not giving me too much. It's just giving me regular pink vibes and not so much true to the blush itself. And I think that's why people were a little bit, you know, upset with the color. I'm gonna build this up just a little bit more. Lipsticks are very easy to use. I find them to be moisturizing. They don't crease, they don't run, they wear really well. However, you're gonna get a lot of pigmentation off the bat with this. So do keep that in mind. Some people find this to be drying on their lips. That has been kind of like a little bit controversial. And I think it all depends on your climate and your skin type, of course. So take what I say with a grain of salt. I live in Florida. It's very humid here and I have combination to oily skin. So that's probably why I don't find these drying. I personally love them. I think her lipstick line is beautiful. If you're looking for something with a wide range of cool undertones, the Westman Atelier lipsticks are there for you. I find that the Merit ones are absolutely stunning and they are expanding their color range, but their color range is a little bit more warm. So if you want warmer matte lipsticks, I would go with the Merit ones. Okay, now let's do some eyes really quick. I'm gonna use the Toujours. I think I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, but my French. Try iPods. I'm just gonna pop a little bit of these 3 shades on the lids. So I, at some point, got a little bit of moisture on my brush and I happened to dip into beige and it's always stayed in this glossy, wet consistency. It doesn't affect its performance, but I don't know. Don't ever get a drop of moisture in these. I mean, honestly, my hat's off to the formula. It continues to work very well. I just don't know what happened. What happened? Just gonna apply a little bit of this on the outer corner right here. Not necessarily a crease, just the outer half of the eye. Again, these blend great if you're looking for like your everyday matte shades. Colors you can use as a one and done that you don't really have to think about, that's gonna take you 5 minutes to put on. Then I think that this particular color story is gonna be for you. I will give you I'll let you know right now, these are not long lasting. So if you have this is for those of you who like done undone look, because after about 3 or 4 hours, this will crease, it will fade. But I will say it will fade away in the most beautiful way. So just apply that to the outer half of the eye. I love that they're magnetic. I'm gonna put some Café Creme, which is the deepest shade in this line, and I'm gonna go in with her eyeshadow 1 brush, which is like this pointy brush, and I'm just going to use this to deepen out the outer corner. This will fade beautifully. It will sink. It'll almost leave like a stain. And I know it's an unpopular opinion because most people either love the iPods or hate them. I personally love them. This is about the 3rd one I own. And I just do. I like it. Okay, now I'm gonna apply some eyeliner. This is the Westman Atelier eyeliner in brown. By the way, my baby girl is being so good. She's trying her very best to not be super loud in the background, which I can't tell you how hard that is for a 3-year-old. Just lined the outer corner of the eye. This is amazing, super long lasting, unlike the iPods. and so easy to use, so creamy. Again, Westman Atelier's eyeliner was very well executed. I'm gonna apply some of her brow pencil in the color Clay. Again, this is one of those products that are pretty impossible to mess up. You have a spoolie on the other end that's empty, it has no product. I messed up, I got some on my skin there, but you'll see as I start to blend it out, it'll go away. I can actually tap it away with my finger. I do have to say, the whole Westman Atelier line, it's very easy to use, it's effortless. There, I just tapped it away. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Merit brow gel. This is in the color light brown, and I'm just gonna add a little bit more definition to my brows. And now let's apply some mascara. This is the I Want You mascara. She has another one, just look for the one in the red vessel. This is her brown mascara. We're just gonna apply a little bit to the top lashes. I really like this formula, and I really like the undertone of brown she used. It's very warm versus being a very deep dark brown that is so close to black that you wouldn't even be able to tell the difference between the brown and the black mascara. You guys know what I'm talking about? I think she executed this color again beautifully. So that completes today's look. Let's get into some comparison swatches, because I actually want to swatch the new Petal highlighter to her other super loaded highlights, because I think they are fairly close to each other. We're also gonna do a quick comparison of the lipsticks for those of you who did not catch my shorts on that. So let's go ahead and get started. Well, I have swatches for you guys. Here we have 3 finger swatches. We have Peau de Rosé, Peau de Peony, and Peau de Santé. Obviously, the super loaded highlights are way more pigmented. We're all familiar with that formula, but I've gotten a lot of questions because these 3 colors, people wanted to know how similar they were to the Petal. So what I did was I swatched Petal right in the center. As you can see, it is the lightest out of all the swatches, right there in the center. We have Peau de Peony right here, which you can see is much more pink with a blue kind of cool toned undertone. We have Peau de Rosé on this side, which you can see is a true rose gold. And then what I did was I put Peau de Santé right across the bottom here, which you can see is a warmer version, I would say, of Peau de Rosé. I think Peau de Santé is a little warmer, has a little bit more peachy undertones than Peau de Rosé. And I just wanted you guys to see that although similar, I really don't think any of these are the same as the Petal highlight. And none of the other colors are similar to it either, because I would say Nectar would be like the lightest, but we all know Nectar is a beautiful translucent peachy shade versus Petal is a beautiful translucent pink. So I don't think these are comparable either. But I did want to bring you guys this comparison swatch, because I think maybe if you have either Peau de Rosé or Peau de Santé, I really think you can hold off on Petal. You know, they're kind of similar, but I don't think they're the same, at least on my particular skin tone. Let's move on to a quick comparison of the lipsticks, as I think this one has been the most requested comparison. Editing Isabel over here. I forgot to show you guys really quick. I know I did show you on the shorts, but everything in the Petal line came with this special pink sleeve that they designed for these products, and then you just slide them out and it's just the typical packaging that they normally had. I forgot to show that to you guys while I was filming. You guys, I want you to know that it's by the grace of God that I even translate this light on camera, because when I tell you there is barely any light coming in through my window, I don't even know how I'm sitting here doing this right now. Honestly, God is being so gracious as usual, because I thought I was gonna have to wait another day before being able to actually film this video. Okay, I have swatched the Petal lipstick right in the center, and these were the most requested questions I had about comparison with lipsticks. So Fluffy, I think, is the most similar to Petal, and if you picked up Fluffy in the limited edition trio, which by the way is on sale right now, basically almost in all retailers, I know that Sephora has it on sale, and they've had it on sale for quite some time. If you picked up this trio, honestly, you have Fluffy already. I don't think you need Petal. You can honestly wait for refills. Petal is right in the center here of the swatches. We have Fluffy on this side, Gerev on this side, and for the purposes of this video, I brought PK, which is actually my favorite shade. I think that these colors, Fluffy and Petal, are the most similar to each other. It just depends what kind of undertone you want. If you want something slightly deeper, go with Fluffy, and if you want something a little bit more pastel, a little bit lighter, which I think some people prefer, then you can go with Petal. Now, I know in these swatches they seem to look much more different than what they look like in the bullet, but funny enough, applied to the lips itself, you can't really tell a difference between these two. So I'm gonna have a little bit of a difficult time holding these next to each other because of the magnets. Here are the bullets side by side, and I'm going to show you this applied to the lips. I'm going to keep Petal on the top lip, and I'm going to put Fluffy on the bottom lip. There it is. You can see how swatches can sometimes be deceiving. Why? Because the skin tone I have on the back of my hand is not the same as the undertone I have on my lips. So as you can see on the actual lip, on my top one, I have Petal. On my bottom, I have Fluffy. There isn't much of a difference, guys. So I don't think you need both. We're gonna build this up just for the purposes of this video. So if you got the trio and you have Fluffy, come on. Unless you're a super big fan and need to have all the colors, do you? But they're essentially the same. They're literally one undertone apart from each other. So lucky you if you got this trio on sale. And honestly, I'm absolutely shocked that the lipstick trio didn't sell out. I really thought it was gonna be the first thing to go. I personally love her lipsticks, so, but yeah. Anyways, that completes this video. You guys, we made it to 3K. We made it to 3,000 subscribers. I can't tell you guys how excited I was when I saw that. I was actually working. So for those of you who are new, I have a full-time job other than YouTube. YouTube is something I do as a hobby. But I had to wait a couple days before even uploading because I had been so busy at work that week, and I wanted to do a proper thank you to you guys, because this would not have been possible without you guys. And I just want to thank you so much for just your love and your support. Truly, I'm always very humbled every time I see that number jump, and I see your watch time, like your engagement every month. Again, I'm aware you can be anywhere else on the internet, and I'm very happy that you choose to be here, honestly. I also really quick want to thank my husband, who, for those of you who don't know, he is the one who watches my baby girl in order for me to be able to do this. And I am extremely blessed to have somebody by my side who supports my hobby and allows me to be able to do this, because it does bring me a lot of joy. This is something that I'm very passionate about, and I know it may be silly to a lot of people, but talking with you guys and comparing these colors and helping you guys make educated purchases, I don't know why, but it does. It brings me a lot of happiness and joy, and I am eternally grateful for him, because honestly, I probably wouldn't be able to upload as often as I do with a toddler. She's 3 years old, and she's a typical 3-year-old. She wants to play with you, and she wants to engage with you, and she wants to go, 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 and run, 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 run. And she's the joy of my life. And so if it wasn't for him, who my husband sits down and he plays with her, or he'll take her outside, or he'll take her to the park, he'll take her for a full day of doing things, just so that I can sit down and film for you guys and edit and upload and all the shorts and answer all the questions. So shout out to him, because he is the person in the background that is a big part of making this possible after I had her. So there he is for you guys. That's our wedding picture. But honey, you know, I know you watch my videos, and I know that you are super supportive, but I just wanted to thank you very much for everything that you do for me and for our daughter. All right, you guys, I appreciate your time, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I know TikTok was recently banned, and guys, I just want to take a moment. I'm really sorry for all of you guys who had a big following and really built a business on TikTok. That must be absolutely devastating. I couldn't even imagine having to start all over again here on YouTube. I've been on here for like 11 years now at this point, and it has taken me, you know, blood, sweat, and tears just to get to 3,000 subscribers. So I can't even imagine, like, those of you who had a big following. That must be absolutely devastating. And I welcome you to YouTube. Welcome to the family. Okay, everybody's welcome here. There's enough space for everybody here, and I hope that if you choose to rebuild on YouTube, I hope that your success is just as good, even better than it was on TikTok. All right, you guys, that completes this video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful weekend, and see you next time. Bye.